Hello and welcome to Oriole Park at Camden Yard for today's game from Friday 20th of April 2018. The visiting Cleveland Indians 10-6 playing Baltimore Orioles, who currently have the worst record in the major leagues of 3-16. The starting lineup for Cleveland Indians is shortstop Francisco Lindor, second base Jason Kipnis, third base Jose Ramirez, left fielder Michael Brantley, designated hitter Edwin Encarnacion, first base Yonder Alonso, catcher Roberto Perez, right field Tyler Naquin, and center field Bradley Zimmer. On the mound for Cleveland is Trevor Bauer, who has got a fatigue rating of 6, so he can go 5 innings before he starts to get tired. The Baltimore Orioles lineup: left field and leading off Trey Mancini, designated hitter Pedro Alvarez, shortstop is Manny Machado, center field Adam Jones, first base Chris Davis, third base Tim Beckham, right field Anthony Santander, catcher Chance Sisco, and the second baseman, who didn't play many games, he only played 8, Luis Sardinas. And on the mound for Baltimore is Dylan Bundy. So we're all set for the first pitch of the game. The fast action cards are ready. So Dylan Bundy to Francisco Lindor. 7 in play. 81 in play. He's a right-hander. He's outside the range, so 81 is a fly out to center field. Coming to the plate, Jason Kipnis. Here comes a pitch, 6, ballpark. And he's a left-hander, so 1-63's wheelhouse. It's a 96, so it's in play. In play 63 is outside the range, and he flies out to left field. So contact on both opening batters, but no runs yet, no base hits yet. Third up, Jose Ramirez. Here's the pitch, 7 in play. 92, that's outside, so 92 is a ground out to second. So 3 up, 3 down. As we go into the bottom of the first, no score. And coming up, Trevor Bauer on the mound. He looks a lot tougher than Dylan Bundy, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. So he can also go 5 innings before he gets tired. His fatigue is 6. So Trey Mancini, 4 is tough 29. He's a right-hander. Strikes him out. First strikeout of the game on the first batter. Coming to the plate, Pedro Alvarez, 5 tough. 8 is also a strikeout, so 2 up, 2 down, 2 strikes. Coming to the plate, Manny Machado, 8 tough. 99 is a fly out to left. So at the bottom of the first, no score. Coming up, Brantley, Encarnacion, and Alonso. So we go to the top of the second. 7 is an in play. In play 98 is a fly out to right. So that's 4 in plays off Bundy's card. He's managed to survive so far with some high numbers coming out on the 2d10s. Edwin Encarnacion, the designated hitter, 9 is a tough. 96 is a fly out to left. Again, more contact. Every batter's contacted with the ball, but everyone has gone out so far for Cleveland. And coming in at 6 is Yonder Alonso, the first baseman. 10 is tough. Tough 31 against a right-hander is a strikeout. So first strikeout of the game for Bundy. Retires the side, and we will go to the bottom of the second, where we got Jones, Davis, and Beckham coming up to face Trevor Bauer. Adam Jones, 4 off the pitcher is tough. Tough 50. Tough 50 is just outside. 49 would have been a base hit. So 50, he pops up to third. So pops up to the third baseman Ramirez, and that brings Chris Davis to the plate, the left-hander. 9, tough. Tough 48 is strikeout. So that's the third strikeout of the game for Bauer. Coming up to the plate is Tim Beckham. 5 is tough. Tough 41 strikes him out again. 4 strikeouts in 6 batters. Retires the side, bottom of after 2. No score. Cleveland 0, Baltimore 0. So we're going to the top of the third, and after these 2 half innings, then we'll shuffle the deck. And it's been, as you can see from the small pile here, it's not been a lot of card action at the moment. In general, it's usually half the pack that's gone by the time I get to shuffling. We'll see what happens. Roberto Perez, the catcher, 9 is tough. Tough 84. Well, 1 to 79 is a strikeout, so 84 we go in there, and he grounds out to the shortstop. So grounds out to Mercado, sends it over to first, and that's 1 away. Right fielder Tyler McQueen, 7 in play. In play 14. In play 14 is a single, so gets on base, and his steal is a 2. Let's see if he goes for it. No, he doesn't, so he'll stay where he is. Bringing up Bradley Zimmer. Bradley Zimmer, man on first. What can he move him around? 6. Ballpark. He's a left-hander. 1 to 63. It's a 30. So that's wheelhouse. Wheelhouse against a right-hander. 78 is an out. 78 is a fly out to center field. And are we going to advance on that? Let's have a look, see if I can find the runner advancement. And a wheelhouse runner on third will score, other runners hold. So no, he doesn't attempt to move on. And that, just need to put that against the right batsman, because we're now back at the top of the order. Francisco Lindor, fly out to centre on the first in the first inning. 4, tough 39. Tough 39 gets him a single, so he'll get on base. The Queen will advance, and what's the advance? Opposite field liner into right field, left field. Run on first, advances 2 bases, so he'll come over to third. So men at the corners, 2 outs. He would have got 2 bases anyway. And Jason Kipnis fly out to left on the first inning. Here comes the pitch, 7 in play. In play 33. In play 33 is a single, so Lindorf will go to second, and coming in to score will be the Queen. So Cincinnati take a 1-0 lead at the top of the third. Jose Ramirez to the plate, grounded out to second in the first inning. 8 is Patient. Patient 62, and he walks him. He walks the bases. Walks the bases loaded. So Michael Brantley coming up, fly out to right in his first at bat. He's got the bases loaded here. What can he do? 7 is in play. 44 in play is a single. All the batters will advance 2 bases, so 2 more will score. So a 2 RBI single. And just like that, the score is 3-0. Edwin Encarnacion, runners at the corners. 6 Ballpark, he's a right-hander, 1-67. It's Wheelhouse, and it's a home run. Oh, 3 more runs score. So 2 outs, no runs on the board, and they've knocked in 6 runs, and he now becomes fatigued, which isn't too good. So he's going to come out. So Bundy pitched in just 1.2 innings. 1, 2, 3, 5 hits, 6 runs, all earned, 1 walk, 1 strike, and a home run. And as I was explaining, if you saw any of my other ones, I usually have to play just the pitchers that played first, but because he's out so early, I'm going to give them a chance to bring a long reliever in if they've got one. And they don't, so out goes Dylan Bundy, and Richard Bleer is going to come in. See if you can close this inning out. Yonder Alonso, 9 in play. In play 90. He's going to ground out to second, and that will end the inning, but not before 6 runs come across. So Cleveland take a 6-0 lead. Bottom of the third. Trevor Bauer, 4 is Tough 99, flies out to right. Chance Cisco. If I ever change my name by deed poll, I'm going to change it to Chance. I think that's a great name. 5 Tough. explain to you about that card later on after the game. 0, that is a rare play. So get the rare play chart, and we've got empty bases. Let's see what's going to happen here. 7. Defense reroll all dice, refer to defense chart. Player with an A or 5 E rating makes a highlight reel catch, otherwise it's a single. So we're looking at the shortstop. So the shortstop has a 5 error, so makes a great catch. So he lines out to the shortstop, 2 out. Luis Sardinas. 7. Patient 14. He gets a walk. First man on base, and there goes the perfect game. Bringing up the top of the order, Trey Mancini, who struck out in the first inning. 9. Tough 43, and he strikes out again, the first strikeout of this inning, and it ends the inning. So after 3, Cleveland Indians lead by 6-0. So what I do now, and it's just about 50-50, is I'll just show you this, and then next time it happens, I'll stop the video and just shuffle them. I'll take the cards and I'll swap these around so they're both facing the same way. That way these cards, which have already been used, will be facing upwards, so that the other side of the cards will get used if they come out in the next one. And then I just take a few off each pile. That's only rough. Just keep doing it until I've got to the bottom of both piles. So this is the top. This here is the top. The ones that have either been used or as currently have not been turned over. So the ones that have been used are facing upwards effectively. And then I'll just riffle shuffle them. And notice that anybody who's got this game, these are a lot easier to riffle shuffle than the actual cards, because these are printed by myself. So the cardstock isn't as heavy, and also you'll notice that they've all been cut. I've cut all the corners off, round them all off. Just makes them a bit nicer. So there we go. Cut them in 3, and we're ready to go. Top of the 4th. So as I say, at the end of the 6th, I'll just halt the video and do it, and then we can just continue with the game. So Richard Blair, or Blair, or whatever his name is, to Roberto Perez. 6. Tough 16. He's a left-hander and he strikes him out. So needs to move down one. Tyler McQueen singled and then scored in his first at bat. 7 in play. In play 11 is a single. His steal rating is a 2, so he's not going to attempt it. By the way, if I do attempt, I do that to see if he's attempting, and then I use this chart here to actually decide whether he actually really does attempt it, or whether it's a good or a bad attempt. So that's something exciting to look forward to when it happens. Bradley Zimmer. 7 in play. In play 31 is a single, and the advancement, long single into the gap in centre field, run on first advances one base, run on second. Well, there isn't one. So he's not got a very good card, this guy. And I think that we're going to pull him. We're going to bring him out. So he pitched for 1.2 innings. He's got 2 hits, no runs. We don't know about the earned runs yet. He didn't walk anybody, and he's got 1 strikeout, and there's been no home run. So he's also gone. And the only other Baltimore pitcher to pitch that day was Darren O'Day, so he's going to come in. He can only pitch a maximum of 2 innings. So Bradley Zimmer and Darren O'Day. 7 tough. Tough 95. Tough 95 is a fly out to right. Sorry, it's not Zimmer, is it? It's Lindor. Tough 95 is still a fly out to right. And there's no double play because it's a tough result. So Jason Kipnis. 6 is tough. Tough 38 strikes him out, so gets his first strikeout of the game, ends the inning. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. Cleveland still leading 6-0 over Baltimore. So Trevor Bauer pitching to Pedro Alvarez, struck out in the first. 4 is tough. Tough 69 is in the out range, so he flies out to the center fielder. 1 away. Manny Machado fly out to left in the first, not for 1. 3 tough. Tough 45. Ooh, gets on base, so the first base hit. So the no-hitter's gone. And his steal rating is 3. And again, he doesn't get it, so he'll stay on first. Adam Jones. Adam Jones in the first popped out to third base. 5 tough. Tough 9. Strikes him out, so that's 6 strikeouts so far in this innings. 2 away. Man on first, Chris Davis, who was one of the strikeout victims in his first at bat. 6 is in play. In play 36 is not in range, so it's an out, and that is a line out to second base. So as we get to the bottom of the 4th, still no look for Baltimore. Cleveland leads 6-0, and Darren O'Day coming in to pitch. And he's pitching to Jose Ramirez, who is 0 for 1 with a walk and a run. Today, 6 tough. Tough 70 is in the out range, and that is a ground out to shortstop. So grounds out, Machado picks it up, sends it over to Davis on first, 1 away. Michael Brantley, 1 for 2 and a run, and 2 RBIs to go with that. 10 Patient 23, and he's going to walk him. So he gets on first. His steal is a 3, and he's not going to try and steal. Edwin Encarnacion, the designated hitter, 3-run homer in his last at bat. 1 for 2, 3 RBIs. 4 in play. In play 32 is a single. And what kind of single? Grounder at the middle, centre field, runner on first advances one base. There's nobody on second, so it doesn't matter. So he will move to first to second. So men on first and second, one out. Yonder Alonso. 0 for 2, one strikeout. 3, tough. Tough 52, that's just outside the tough range, so 52 in the out range is an unassisted to first. That's 2 away. Roberto Perez struck out in his last at bat. 8, tough. Tough 69 is a strikeout, so gets his second strikeout, ends the inning, and after 4.5, Cleveland still lead 6-0. So Tim Beckham struck out in his first. As we come into the bottom of the 5th, 5 is tough. 0, another unusual play. See what we get this time. 5, line drive single, hits pitcher, check for injury, runners advance one base. So it's a single. Nobody on base, so it won't advance. The pitcher has an injury of normal, and we have a 28 on the injury chart. No injury, which is quite lucky for him because he's pitching so well, so he can continue. Anthony Santander, fly out to right in his first at bat. 7, patient 91 gives us a ground out to second. So Kipnis on second throws over to Alonso. 2 1 away. Beckham will advance. 5 is tough. Tough 67 struck him out. That's 7 strikeouts so far. And Luis Sardinas, who walked in his first at bat. So he's 0 for 0 with a walk. 8, tough. Tough 57 strikes him out. 8th strikeout victim. Ends the 5th. And Cleveland hold on to their 6-run lead, which they got in the 3rd inning. Now Darren O'Day has pitched 2 innings, so he has to come out. He's pitched in 2 innings. You're only allowed to pitch in the number of innings. So he's pitched 1.2 innings, 1 hit, no runs, no earned runs. He walked 1, struck out 2, and no home runs. The good thing about now is I can look at what we've got and see what we want to bring in, because the rest of them are now the ones that didn't actually physically pitch in the game. So Michael Gibbons will be coming in. Michael Gibbons will be the 4th pitcher that Baltimore have used, and he's going to pitch to Tyler McQueen. 2 for 2, 2 singles, and run scored. 8 is tough. Tough 86, he's a right-handed pitcher. And 86 is he grounds out to second. So Sardinas throws over to Davis and 1 away. Bradley Zimmer, here comes the pitch. 7 is in play. in play 66. In play 66 is outside the range, so 66 is a ground out to shortstop. 6-3 and 2 away. Pitching certainly been a lot better since the starter Bundy left the scene. Francisco Lindor, the top of the order, 7. 7 is in play. In play 72, that's going to be outside, so it's going to be an out. 72 is a ground out to shortstop, so 3 ground outs, 3 in, 3 out, as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Now Trevor Bauer will be fatigued if he allows 3 runs, but at this moment in time, pitching so well, he's not fatigued at the moment. So 9 is tough. Tough 8. That's going to be a strikeout. So his 9th strikeout, and that is the 3rd strikeout by Mancini in the game. Pedro Alvarez, 7, patient. Patient 18 is going to walk, so we will get on base, and that is the 2nd walk given up by Bauer. His steal is a 0. He's not going to try and steal. Manny Machado, 1 for 2, got on base last time. 3, tough 80 is an out. It's a fly out to right, and no advancement there because it's a tough. Adam Jones, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. 8 is tough. Tough 79 is a fly out to right, and at the end of 6, the score still remains Cleveland Indians 6, Baltimore Orioles nothing, and we'll be back with the next 3 innings. Welcome back. Fast action cards shuffled. So Michael Givens to Jason Kipnis, top of the 7th. 6 is tough. Tough 51 is outside the range, so it's an out. Grounded out to 3rd, unassisted. Jose Ramirez. He is 0 for 2 with a walk and a run. 6 is tough. Tough 37. It's outside the range, so flies out, pops out to the shortstop, and it's 2 away. Michael Brantley, 1 for 2 with a walk and a run. 2 RBIs. 10 patient. 78, that's in the out range, and he grounds out to the shortstop. So 3 up, 3 down. End of the 7th, bottom of the 7th. Take me out to the ballpark, blah blah blah. You're not getting me to sing that. All ball game, done. Trevor Bauer starts off in the 7th. Pitching to Chris Davis, 0 for 2 with a strike. 7 patient. Patient 56, and patient 56 gets him on base with a single. He has a steal rating of 1, so he's not going to attempt. That's somebody outside that just sneezed, if you hear that. Have you heard that? Anthony Santander, 7 patient. Patient 44 hits the batter. Hit by pitch, and suddenly we have 2 on base. That somehow is not right. That should have been Beckham. Let's just go back on that. 44 patient is actually a single, so that could make a difference. So first base, So what the advance is: long single into left, into centre field, runner on first advances one base, runner on second, blah blah blah. So it is the same result, but it was a single, it was a base hit. Anthony Santander now comes in, trying to sneak up the order. And on first and second, he's an F bunter. And this is something I've got to actually get used to, whether the bunt no, the F is the worst one. So he's not going to bunt, he's going to swing away. 8. Tough. Tough 9. Strikes him out. And that is 10 strikeouts in this game for Trevor Bauer. I think we all know the man of the match in this one's going to be Chance Cisco. 6 is in play. 33 is outside his in play rate. So that's ground out to the pitch, and now we have to decide whether we've got a double play. Cisco is a 6 and Bauer is a 5, and it's a 4, so it's a double play. So double play 1, 4, 3, and that will end the inning, and Bauer gets out of a sticky situation, and he will go into the 8th, and he may well continue to pitch. He's on a no-hitter. Michael Given has run his course. He's done his 2 innings. 2 innings, no hits, no runs, no earned runs, no walks, no strikeouts, no home runs. So he's gone, and they're going to bring in Tanner Scott. Tanner Scott coming in to face Edward Encarnacion. 9, patient. 17, puts him on base with a walk. First batter faced, puts him on base. He's got a 2 steal rate, he's not going to try. Yonder Alonso, 0 for 3. 11, defense. Defense is an error on the third baseman. The third baseman has an error of 4. So 134 is an error. 25, so the third baseman commits an error. And the error is a single base error, so E5. Everybody advances a base, and Beckham commits the error. So men on first and second, no outs. Roberto Perez. 6 is tough. Tough 74 strikes him out, so he gets his first strikeout victim. 1 away, men on first and second, and Tyler McQueen coming up. 2 for 3 with a run. 6, tough. Tough 32 strikes him out. He's a lefty, by the way. Anybody interested? So 2 strikeouts. Bradley Zimmer. Bradley Zimmer, 1 for 3. 4, patient. Patient 81 is outside his range. 81, he flies out to centre field, and that's the end of the top of the 8th. Trevor Bauer still continues to pitch, pitching a shutout. He's got a 6-run lead. Doesn't need to continue to pitching, but they're going to let him. Luis Salinas, 7, patient. Patient 38, he gets on base. So his second walk of the game. What have we got in the on the bench? We've got a right-handed pitcher. We've got Caleb Joseph, Danny Valencia, and Craig Gentry. I think Trey's got a bit more about him than those three. So Trey Mancini coming up. He's had 3 strikeouts so far. 8 tough 45, and it looks like he must be going for the set because he's just given him his 11th strikeout of the game. 4 for Mancini. He's really got his number in this game. Bauer to Alvarez. Alvarez 9 tough 43, and there is strikeout number 12. He's having a field day with these Baltimore batters. Manny Machado 1 for 3, left on base. 8 tough 2, and strikes him out. That's 13 strikeouts, and if you think he was getting tired, then I would think again. I think he's going to pitch in the 9th inning, pitching a shutout. Francisco Lindor, 1 for 4, scored 4. Patient 99, no, that's going to be outside, and he flies out to right field. We've had no bases stolen or anything. Kipnis 8 tough 99, and he's flying out to right. 2 away. Jose Ramirez 6 is tough 62. There's a fly out to left, so 3 fly balls, and that is the end of the 9th. So Trevor Bauer 3 outs away from a no-hitter. Three outs away. Adam Jones 7. Patient 83. That is a fly out to the centre fielder. 1 away. Taken in there by Zimmer. Chris Davis 6 isn't in play. In play 20. We should get something here, and he gets on base, and he's going to try and steal. So the way we do this is we take the letter from the batter, who is an A, and the steal of a 1 and the hold of a 7, and we'll look at this chart. So his steal is a 1, his hold is a 7, and we take a number 47, and it says he holds. So he's not going to try and attempt. He's getting a bit excited there. I thought we might have an attempted steal. Blank card, as I say, I'll explain that later. 9 tough 28, strikes him out. So 14 strikeouts, 1 away from a complete game here. And a shutout 5 tough 65, and that is grounded out to the shortstop, and that will end the game. Cleveland Indians 6, Baltimore Orioles 0, and Scott pitched 2 innings, no hits, no runs, no earned runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, no home runs, 5, 6, 7, 8, so 6 runs on 8 hits. For Bauer, he pitched 9 innings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. No runs, no earned runs. 3 walks and 14 strikes and no home runs. So 5 hits. So Cleveland Indians beat Baltimore Orioles 6-0. And I'll just take a break and put all the cards away, etc. And then I'll be back with the wrap up of the game.